St. Lucie County has had a long history in the boat building business dating back to the early 1900s. Technology and innovation has come a long way from those wooden skiffs which were handcrafted on Moores Creek. St. Lucie County's economic development team wants to make sure that manufacturing tradition stays afloat and continues to chart new waters. In recent years, the county has helped guided expansions or relocations for companies such as Maverick Boats and Tattoo Yachts. The most recent expansion under consideration comes from Pursuit Boats, which is located across from the Treasure Coast International Airport on St. Lucie Boulevard. The company's first line of fishing boats were introduced in 1977. From there, it didn't take long for popularity and demand for this line to grow, leading to the construction of a roughly 75,000 square foot manufacturing facility built in 1983 right here in St. Lucie County. Over the past 4 decades, Pursuit has grown their boat line, manufacturing facility, and team of designers, fabricators, and other craftsmen, bringing the total square footage associated with this marine manufacturing facility up to roughly 213,311 square feet. In 2018, Pursuit Boats was acquired by Malibu Boats. Thanks to this new relationship and market demand, Pursuit is once again looking to expand its current St. Lucie County facility. The proposal seeks to develop roughly 570,000 square feet of additional manufacturing space via 3 manufacturing and support operation complexes. The first phase of expansion, slated to begin this summer, includes a 182,115 square foot facility. At full build-out, Pursuit plans to increase its St. Lucie County footprint to nearly 100 acres and 773,000 square feet of manufacturing, operations, and support space. Pursuit plans to match their legacy on the water with their environmental stewardship at the St. Lucie County facility. The expansion plans, which include roughly a 111-acre project site, encompasses preservation and management of roughly 42 acres of scrub jay habitat in coordination with St. Lucie County's Environmental Resources Department. The plan seeks preservation of a 32-acre parcel, 28% of the site, to be donated to St. Lucie County, meeting the project alternative tree mitigation requirements and advancing Pursuit's objective of preserving habitat for threatened and endangered species. Pursuit has also extended support for the acquisition of 10 additional acres south of the proposed site by St. Lucie County through the Environmentally Sensitive Lands Program. Collectively, the 42-acre site will be managed by St. Lucie County's Environmental Resources Department, in accordance with the Scrub Jay Habitat Management Plan approved by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services as part of the project's Army Corps of Engineers permit approval. Presently, Pursuit employs nearly 400 people at its St. Lucie County location, with intentions to add approximately 200 new jobs with an average wage of roughly $54,000 annually upon completion of the Phase 1 expansion. The projected capital investment is expected to exceed $17 million, with Treasure Coast architects, engineers, and construction companies working on the project. The overall impact of the construction project is expected to have a $41 million direct and indirect impact on the local economy, creating about 236 construction jobs. St. Lucie County's staff and members of the Economic Development Council work closely with Pursuit and its design team to find solutions to expedite this project, including the Planning and Development Services staff assisting with site plan submittals, to the Economic Development Council creating job growth incentive grants and tax abatement incentives, to the Environmental Resources staff finding ways to protect critical habitat for the endangered Florida scrub jay. From start to finish, this site plan was brought to staff and submitted to the Board of County Commissioners in roughly 6 weeks' time. Be sure to tune in again and see how St. Lucie works.